Welcome to the Kids Ministry Podcast. I'm Stephanie Chase.
And I'm Stephanie Rogers.
And I'm Olivia Simpson.
We are so glad to have you today. Today, you might hear a little music in the background because we are doing the Handbook Hustle.
Let's go.
Yes. Now, when you started in kids ministry, you should have gotten your handbook. Yes, every one of you. Now, maybe you didn't get one. That's okay.
Yep.
What we're doing is we're putting them in your tubs. We're having them available in the resource room, in your classrooms, in different areas. Ask your coordinator. We got plenty. Okay. So, but make sure this one is the elementary, but we also have the preschool handbook. And not only do you want to own it, have it, but you want to know it and you want to do it. Right?
Yes.
We're going to do what's in it. So we're going to have a little handbook hustle today. And we are going to boogie through this handbook some things that we need to know, we need to learn, and that we need to hustle in. Yes. So we're going to start with the first page, being the best leader. Every one of us needs to be the very best leader we can be. So there's a few things in your handbook. We're going to highlight some important ones.
Yeah.
First of all, Olivia, you were talking about one. What?
Yeah, first you need to be on time.
Let's say that again. Say it again, Olivia.
Be on time.
Yes.
For multiple reasons. The first one is at 9:15 on the dot, parents are ready to drop off their kid. And when you're not in the classroom and they stand out and they're waiting for someone to come, they're sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, where is the kid's leader? I want to know where they are. They're ready to drop off their kid. They're ready to greet you, to see you at the door. And so when you're on time and you're in the classroom, it helps the parents. It calms their nerves, especially our first time guests, which we have a lot of.
Yes.
It calms their nerves. It makes them feel at peace. They're ready to drop off. They see your smiling face. They're like, here they go. And it just helps your coordinators just help the morning run smooth so that we've got everyone in the classrooms ready for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please be on time. Yes. And then also know your schedule.
So important to know your
It is.
schedule.
Have your schedule posted in your cabinet. Now, for most of our classrooms, there's a schedule posted for you. It's a sample schedule. You don't have to follow it exactly. Maybe you want to change it up a little bit, and that's okay. But whatever your schedule is, post it, because that way the kids are familiar with the schedule. And when you're out, which I know you're never going to be, but just in case you are, the sub can look in the cabinet and they can follow the schedule as well. So be on time, please be on time, and know your schedule, have it posted, have your plan. And then also we got to have 2 adults
In every single room.
At all times.
Yes, listen, I know sometimes you need to run to the restroom. That's okay. First of all, you're usually in your room an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If you could go before you get there, go after, that's most helpful. But if you need to go during your teaching time, then call your coordinator. But you cannot leave an adult alone by themselves. You cannot leave an adult and a student by themselves. There has to be 2 adults at all times. Yes. So if you're going to be the best leader you can be, you can know, hey, we got 2 adults in our room.
Yep.
All the time. No problem. Now, what about some of our preschool?
So in preschool, we have a couple of things that don't happen anywhere else, like
Yes.
diaper changing.
Hey, thank goodness.
Yes. Yes. So you want to make sure that those diapers get changed clean or dirty. It doesn't matter if they're clean or dirty, that they get changed 15 minutes before service ends at every hour. That way parents know that you checked, that you made sure that their child was being taken care of, and that makes them feel loved. When you're loving their kids, the parents feel loved, and that makes a big difference. That's what we want our parents to feel like when they get their kids picked up.
Yes.
And then bye-bye buggies.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The kids love that. That's how you can usually calm a crying kid.
Yes. those bye-bye buggies are awesome, and we want you to use them, and we want you to make sure that every kid is strapped in, all the way strapped in, and that when you're walking around with another partner. It's not just you by yourself, but you're walking around with someone else, and you're staying inside the kids area. That could mean the foyer in front of the kids area, and that could mean the halls of the kids area, but you're staying in the kids area.
Yeah, because like at North Klein, the lobby there is right there in front of the kids area, and you guys have secured police, or we have secured police there. And so that works.
Yeah.
And the lobby of the kids building at the Champions campus, we have secured police there too, and it works. And so make sure that you're staying in the correct spaces for safety as well. And then also in our baby classrooms, we have the dry erase board. Talk to us a little bit about that, because really good teachers own that dry erase board.
Listen, those dry erase boards are kind of like the command center of the classroom. And those dry erase boards are helping not only you when you're in the classroom, but the next group of teachers coming in and the parents. So when you've got the baby's name, first thing, and then you're going to put diaper changing time. What time was the last time they got their diaper changed? You're going to put what time they need to eat.
Yes.
And then any kind of notes, like they took a 20-minute nap or 30-minute nap, and all that's going on the dry erase board. So when the next teacher comes in, they know exactly what happened, what's been going on with this kid. And then when the parents pick up, they know, oh, she had her bottle and she took a 20-minute nap. And listen, parents really want to know this information because it helps them to know how the rest of their child's day is going to go, and that you cared for their child so well that you wrote all of these notes down. No, parents don't write that down all day when they have their kids, but they know that you cared for their child while they were in your care.
Yes.
It is a huge responsibility to be in charge of somebody else's child. And when we are doing our very best, because we do have the best leaders here at Champion Forest, when we are doing our very best, then the parents know I can drop off my kids and I can feel safe that they are being well cared for.
Yes, which is funny you say we do have the very best.
We do.
Because I say this all the time. Like, our leaders at Champion Forest, you guys, I would put you up against any church in the nation.
Come on.
Yes, because we have the very best kids leaders ever.
The best teachers.
Yes.
The best baby care forers. The best everything.
Everything. And so we did say it might be fun one day to challenge some other churches. We were talking about
do it.
this.
Come on.
Challenge some other teachers against our teachers to see if anybody could really be better than Champion Forest.
I don't think so.
I don't either, but
Be a
just
hard one to
saying.
win.
Okay, so everybody get your hustle going, because
Let's
now we've got to move into our safety expectation hustles. Yes. And you'll see that in your handbook. Okay. And we've already talked about the 2 adult rule. You got to have 2 adults. But let's talk cell phones.
Listen, we're serious about these cell phones. Get them out of there.
Yes.
Put them away.
You only need a cell phone to call a coordinator. That's it.
Yes.
And if you're on your cell phone and something pops up that you didn't mean to pop up, maybe, we get those spam texts all the time. Things pop up on social media that you don't mean to. And if a child were to see something on your cell phone, that could be detrimental to you, to the ministry, and to the church. And we don't want that to happen to you. We're trying to keep you safe. We're trying to keep the kids safe. And so keep those cell phones put away.
Exactly. And when you're on your cell phone's getting your attention, not the children.
Yep.
And they need your attention. Listen, kids nowadays know mom and dad, no offense, mom and dad, their eyes are in their phones most of the time. But that eye contact is what builds connection and relationship with a child. So please, we are asking you, do not have your cell phone out. And if you choose to take a picture in your classroom, it cannot be posted anywhere on social media. You may send it to your coordinator and say, hey, do you guys want to post this on the Champion Forest? And if, we've checked, because make sure on the sticker, it will say in peace. Some of the kids in your class no photos, NP, no photo. They cannot have their picture taken by media or posted on social media. So own that.
Yeah.
Put that cell phone
And
away.
don't be afraid if there's another leader in your classroom or a student helper on their phone. Don't be afraid to say, hey, will you put that away? Because maybe they don't know the rule yet. Maybe they haven't read their whole handbook yet.
Yes.
It's okay to let them know, hey, you've got to put that away in the classroom. And it's okay to call your coordinator and say, hey, will you come help me explain this rule to somebody?
Yeah, that is so good, Olivia, because sometimes we're in the classroom with other teachers. And you know what we need to do, Champion Forest Kids Ministry? If someone says to us, hey, remember, we don't sit on tables, don't take it defensively.
No.
You know, don't just be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Yes, I don't know what I was thinking. Because when we sit on tables, kids sit on tables. Or like you said, Olivia, you know, hey, we don't have our phones out, please. And be encouraging, help each other. And if somebody says it to you, be apologetic and own it. Yeah, definitely. So that's cell phones, number one. Okay, here's another thing we need to do. Please, 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 please. Read your weekly email before Sunday.
Please.
What I love to do when I'm coordinating is I love to put something in there to see if anybody notices.
Ooh.
So like 2 weeks ago, maybe, or 3 weeks, I put in there anybody that does these 3 things: listen to the podcast, register for chili cook-off, and complete their Google order form, and replies and tells me that they did all 3. They get their name in a drawing, and I'm going to bring them lunch.
Oh.
Well, guess how many people read it?
Oh, how many?
I don't want to say. But here's the thing. The information in there is important.
Yes.
And this is what I want you to do, leaders. If you find that your email is repetitive and redundant and you're not reading it because it's just the same old thing, tell us, tell your coordinator and say, listen, I appreciate the email, but all you do is put the same thing every week. Okay. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to keep you updated, informed. If there's a policy you need to be reminded of, like we're doing now, if there's something you need to be hustling in, you know, then let us know if we need to get with it on our emails. So, but please read your email. All right. I think it's hustle time. What do y'all think?
Let's get her going.
Yes. How you feeling out there? Now we're turning the page, leader. If you have your handbook, you can follow along as well. Okay. But we're going to talk a little bit about lead teachers.
Oh, lead teachers.
Yes. Who wants to talk about lead teachers?
Lead teachers are amazing, and they have so many great responsibilities in the classroom. And they are really doing a great job at making sure that things are ready to go for Sunday morning. So if you're a lead teacher, I want to tell you this. It's okay to be bossy kindly. It is okay to be bossy kindly. And you're going to be a bossy kindly person. Whether you are naturally a bossy person or not, I want you to own being bossy kindly as a lead teacher. Now, what does that mean? That means that you are going to tell the people in your classroom kindly that you are going to run the art station today. You're going to run the block station today. If they want to switch up, that's fine. You're just making sure that someone is in charge of every learning center in your classroom. And not only are they in charge of it, but they know what to do in it.
Yes.
They know what to say in it. Okay, so you're going to be in charge of the blocks today. What are you going to say to help the kids tie the Bible story to your activity? And have them repeat it to you. And then off they go to the block station. And they're going to be the best block leader in all of preschool that day because you prepared them and you got them ready. And every kid that goes in that block center, they're going to hear the Bible story because you got that leader ready.
Yes.
So you are leading the leaders in your classroom as the lead teacher.
And student leaders. Listen,
yes.
This is the desire of our Heart and Kids ministry. We want our student leaders teaching.
Yes.
We want them learning how to teach. Listen, this is what our students need today. And this is the opportunity for you to say, okay, student leader, Jeffrey, you're like, we had our LIT party at the house. I said, Jeffrey, you're in charge of the bingo. The kids are going to give you the bingo. You're going to collect their bingos, and then you're going to choose one out, and you're going to give away the winner, the prize for the bingo. And he did it. He owned it, and he was great at it.
Because you don't know what the serving in these classrooms are going to do for these student leaders, where they're going to be 10 years from now, 15 years from now. Because even here at Champion Forest, we have leaders that grew up serving in kids ministry.
I grew up serving in this
There we
exact
go.
kids ministry.
And now she's our kids minister. It is so important that you are equipping and training everyone in your room. You're going to be bossy kindly all day long.
Yes. So leaders, be the lead teacher. Make sure the Google form's done. Make sure your team, because you're a team working together in your room. Make sure they know about the upcoming trainings. Ask them, hey, did you listen to the podcast this month? Tell me what you got out of the podcast. Assign them different jobs to do. Maybe you're going to divide up the kids on the roster to call one week. Or maybe you're going to pick up the notes in the resource room or the consumable room to mail out to kids and say, hey, would you mail to these kids, write a note to these kids? Would you write a note to these kids? And own your class. Yeah. Because we want you to be the lead teacher. And don't be afraid.
No.
Yes. It's okay. God has gifted you to be the lead teacher for sure. So lead teachers, we want you hustling.
Let's go, lead teachers.
You're going to be doing that lead teacher hustle like there's no tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes, getting it going. Lead teachers, if you're out there and you're listening right now, we just want you to get up and do a little hustle.
Let's go.
And say, you know what? I'm going to be bossy kindly. Yes, I'm going to make sure everybody in my room has something to do and is responsible for it. Yes, because, hey, that's what God has called you to do.
Yes, he has.
Yes. All right. So we know our roles.
Yep.
We're moving on through. Now we need to know our schedule and follow it.
Yes.
Yes. We need to know our schedule. Olivia, you want to talk a little bit about the
Yes.
schedule?
Well, you said earlier there's a schedule posted in your cabinet, and that is a sample schedule. That's what we have found works for the classrooms, but maybe that doesn't work for your classroom, and that is A-okay.
Yep.
We want you to own your classroom and own your schedule. So if you find a schedule that works best for your kids, write it down, type it up, print it out. If you're like, hey, I don't want to print it, send it to your coordinator. We'll print it for you, and we'll post it in that cabinet, because when kids are following a schedule, when they have that repetition, they know what to expect when they get into the classroom. They know how their day is going to look. It helps them build relationships with you because they have consistency. It helps with their behavior because they know what to expect. They know what's coming up, and it'll help your subs when they're in the class. They'll know what to do for your classroom that works best for your kids. And so owning that schedule is really important when you're in the classroom.
Yes. So know your schedule. Make sure you know it, you have it hanging in your room, and that you're following it. Yes. Because Olivia, I mean, you're so right. When consistency is there, behavior improves, and children can learn more about Jesus when they're able to follow a schedule. So we're going to do the schedule hustle right now.
Let's do it.
Make sure you know your schedule. You get that schedule going and say, that thing's going to be hanging in my room. Think about, what do you need to do in your room to make sure that your schedule is right? Yes. All right. Now, we're going to do the kids worship hustle.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay. Because kids worship is a very important time. Preschool worship.
Yep.
And kids worship. There are a few things that our kids worship leaders need to know. So kids worship leaders, you should be out there hustling right now, because this is your hustle jam right here. All right. Number one, when the Bible is being taught, what?
You do not take a kid to the bathroom. Because what are they going to learn about the Bible in the bathroom?
Nothing. So nobody goes to the Bible. We go to the Bible. Nobody goes to the bathroom during teaching time, right?
They can go before, they can go after, just not in that 20 or 30 or 40 minutes, depending on who's teaching time that we're teaching the Bible. And that's okay. They'll survive.
They will. They will. And you'll know if truly they're about
It's
to have an
emergency,
accident. Yeah, if it's an emergency. So make sure that nobody goes to the bathroom during teaching time. Another thing, kids worship leaders, please, were you going to say something?
I don't know. You go first.
Okay. Please, when you sit with your class, You do not sit at the end of your row.
Or
Never.
against the wall if you're at North Klein.
Yes, or at Champions.
Yeah.
Yes, we have some wall sitters too.
Or
So
in the chairs if you're in preschool worship.
if you can get on the floor, you should be sitting on the floor.
Yep.
Then you should be sitting on the floor. Okay, there's usually 2 teachers, sometimes 1, but the kids are in a row. You're gonna sit behind the kids behind your row
Yeah.
on the floor, so that, okay, watch this. If you're in the middle of the row behind them, you've got 5 kids this way, you've got 5 kids this way. So guess what? You're maintaining classroom management or group management with 10 kids easily because you're behind them. So when little Olivia over here is squirming and talking to her friend, I can just tap her shoulder and say, and use my fingers to point to the person speaking and to guide her what to do. Or if I've got little Jose over here and he's unwrapping his sucker very loudly and whatever, putting it up his nose, then I can gently tap Jose and just say, with my fingers, motion for him to pull his sucker out of his nose. You're laughing or thinking, what is she talking about? This did happen in kids' worship. So you guys know crazy things happen.
Yes.
But you're sitting behind them on the floor.
Okay, I noticed that you're saying that you're tapping them on the shoulder.
Yes.
And you are using your fingers to motion to your eyes instead of shh. Be quiet. You need to be quiet. You need to stop talking.
Yeah.
She's talking. She's talking. Thank you.
We never hear that. So that's what we're going to do, because we're going to use hand signals to signal them what to do. And you can smile while, if you're watching the podcast, you can smile while you're doing it and just give them directions with your hands. Point to your ear, and you can say, what does that
Our
mean?
body parts later.
I know. Yeah, we'll work on that. You're saying, listen, look, right? Now, when we're singing, all right, you want to sing at the top of your lungs.
Yes.
You want to motion. Goodbye, yesterday. I'm living in the light of a new day. Yeah, you're just like getting it out there, because when you sing, the kids are like, oh, goodness, maybe I better be singing. And they're like, and they sing and they worship God.
What you do in excess, they'll do in moderation.
Yes, so you've got excess. You've got to be worshiping God with your whole heart. Now, when you're worshiping God, if you're like me, sometimes you close your eyes. Sometimes you're looking up, and that's good. However, if you're worshiping God, you may not realize that you've got a fight going on right beside you. Okay, so you've got to maybe do the one-eye worship. I don't know what it's going to take, but you're worshiping God and helping your kids worship God by listen.
Doing the worship hustle.
Do the worship hustle, because your head in kids worship needs to be on a swivel.
Yes.
Listen, I know you get engaged in what's being taught, but your head's got to constantly be on a swivel, looking side to side. I mean, I'm kind of being dramatic right now, really moving my head, but glancing to the right, glancing to the left. I'm listening. I'm glancing to the right. So that I'm noticing what's going on with the children.
I love that people are so engaged in worship and in the teaching of God's word in kids worship, because it is a worship service.
Amen.
Just for little people.
Yes.
It is a full on worship service just for little people. So if you have a friend that doesn't want to miss worship, you're not missing worship.
You are not.
Tell them to come serve in kids ministry with you, because you're not missing worship. You may worship harder and even more in kids worship than you do in the big service.
You may break a sweat while you're at it.
That is such a good point, Steph. I'm so glad you brought that up. Because this is a worship service.
Yes.
And I do get tickled sometimes when people say, oh, I can't serve in kids worship because I don't want to miss worship.
You're not going to miss worship. You are worshiping just in a different place. Yes.
So I'm so glad.
I always
you
say they're the exact same thing, but our songs are more fun and we play a game at the end.
Yeah. That's right. And the other congregants are a little shorter.
That's right.
True.
The people are a little, people worshiping are a
Because
little.
let me tell you, the 4-year-olds, they lift up their hands in praise to worship to God. And they are worshiping. The Holy Spirit is the same in a 4-year-old as it is in a 14-year-old, as it is in a 40-year-old. There's not a junior Holy Spirit.
That's right.
And so he's working in every single one of these rooms.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
So, DJ, hit that.
Let's
hustle
go.
beat. Kids worship leaders. This is you, okay? You are doing the kids worship hustle. You're owning it. You're saying, yes, we're going to worship Jesus. I'm going to worship. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to sit behind my kids. I'm going to have my head on a swivel, and we are going to worship Jesus together.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, we need to do a little hustling on our kind of general policies.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
we've got some general policies.
Yeah.
Like the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Who wants to go first on the bathroom?
We
Steph
love
gets a little
I love
passionate
talking about the bathroom.
Yeah.
Listen.
We may have to cut her off.
Listen, do not go in the bathroom. Don't do it.
Period.
Not
Ever.
Listen, if those brown doors that are outside the foyer, once you go walk through the big brown doors
Safe
where the
and secure.
greeters are,
Glass
safe
doors
and
at North
you
Pine.
are
Glass at
you
North
are
Pine.
in safe and secure space. And you may no longer enter any bathroom inside of that safe and secure space. It doesn't matter if it's in a classroom or in the hallway.
But Miss Stephanie, I teach toddlers.
Yes.
Or actually 3-year-olds now.
Yes.
And they're learning to potty train.
Okay.
And
Yes.
so what do I do if they're stuck in the bathroom with their pants down?
Great question. That is a great question because that happens all the time, especially at the end of the 2 year. That's normal.
Yes.
And so you're going to ask your co-teacher that's teaching with you to step next to the door. And you're going
bathroom door.
bathroom door, and you're gonna hop in, help your friend, and hop out because you don't need to stay in the bathroom any longer than possible. Now, because our friends are potty training, sometimes they're too short to hop up on the potty, and they need just a little help to get on. But if your friend is just like has their pants down, needs a zipper done or something, you're gonna ask your friend to come outside, coax the preschooler outside into the classroom area, and button their pants inside the classroom area and help them with that.
Because they're covered. You just need to zip and button.
They are. Yeah. Yep.
And you have that other leader at the door so that they have eyes on you
And the
child
classroom.
and the classroom at the same time.
You don't
Excellent.
ever want to put yourself in a position where you're with a child by yourself at any time, including the bathroom.
Exactly. Yes. So make sure we never, ever go in the bathrooms with the child. Now, we talked about our cell phones. Just friendly reminder, hustle on that phone, hustle it right inside your pocket and leave it right there for every time that you are with children at Champion Forest. Okay. Now, what if my child gets a boo-boo?
Oh.
Call your coordinator.
Call your
Yes.
coordinator. Yes. Okay. Where are the first aid kits?
So at Champions, they're at the greeter desks and in the resource room.
And at North Klein, they're also at the greeter desk and in the resource room. And if you're in our upstairs hallways, they're in our brown cabinets we have up against next to the bathroom.
Perfect. So there are first aid kits there. They're available for you. Now, remember, if a child, gets a little owie on their hand.
Little carpet burn.
Yeah, little something. We always resort first to
The
wet
paper towel.
yeah, because wet paper towels are like
Magical.
They're like the next to
They
Jesus.
got some kind of healing power
They
inside
do.
of
They
that wet
perform
paper
miracles.
towel. That if surgeons and doctors knew about the healing powers of a wet paper towel.
Yes. So, and what that does is that helps build resilience and confidence in children that when I have an owie, I can go and get a wet paper towel. I can put it on there for a few minutes and then they realize, oh, it's okay. Because our first reaction doesn't want to be, oh, and a little over.
Because that communicates something's wrong.
Yeah.
And we don't want to communicate that.
Yeah, because it is, we all get scratches.
Yeah.
Now, if it is a serious injury,
Yeah.
you want to immediately take action. You want to call your coordinator, have them come. Remember, only coordinators call parents.
Yeah.
Okay. Or staff members call parents. So make sure that you let them make that contact and that phone call for you, because you'll be caring for the child at the same time. So be aware, be ready, be prepared for anything that's first aid. Now, question. What do I do if I need to be out one Sunday?
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm going to have to think on this one. What do I do?
What do I do?
You're going to find yourself a sub.
Yes.
Okay. So I can get my own sub.
Yes, all you've got to do, go to your life group. Say, hey, does anyone want to serve in my life group and kids ministry this Sunday? See which ones of your friends want to serve. Send them to your coordinator so your coordinator can check. Are they members of the church? Are they background checked? Are they safe and secure? If they're not, we'll work towards getting that plugged in. Then show your friend all what you do in your classroom. You're going to be the best teacher for your friend. And then plug them in to serve when you're out of town. Or when you've got something going on.
And sometimes parents don't realize that you have families too. And that like maybe you do need to go on vacation once or twice a year, and they don't think about it. And so if you actually use the words when parents pick up at the door and say, hey, my family is going to Colorado and I'm going to need to miss a Sunday. Would you be willing to sub for me? I'll have the lesson ready for you. Activities will be on the cart. Would you be willing to sub? Or maybe your family member is having surgery. Let your parents know at the door. So ask your life group, ask parents at the door, because the great part is if you could go ahead and get yourself a regular sub, then whenever you're out, you can just call them and let them know, hey, I'm going to be out. You can give them the information, and then you feel good about your class while you're out.
Because those are your disciples.
Yes, those are your people. Excellent. Okay, so get your sub, let your coordinator know that you're going to be out. Excellent. All right. Are there any other things in our general policies that we need to I think our teachers are really good.
They are very good about it. Yeah.
Definitely as well. So that kind of wraps up our hustle. Yes. So as you are serving every week in your class, remember, get your handbook, right?
Yep.
Read through it, know the policies, know the procedures, so that wherever you are hustling.
The best.
Yes.